Hi there, it's Rachel, your DHF dietitian. I'm going to be going through a super quick, easy microwave meal that you can do on the go. This is going to be following the plate method. So the plate method has a lot of benefits for you guys as drivers and just kind of in more of, a quick, busy lifestyle. So the plate method is going to take a large portion of kind of the volume of the plate of the meal from non-starchy veggies. The benefit to that is they are very high in nutrients and very high in fiber, but they're very low in calories. So it helps you to kind of portion control and just helps you to not kind of overdo it. What we're using today for veggies is going to be peppers, mini bell peppers because they're easy, salsa, so tomatoes fall into non-starchy veggie, and we are using some arugula, but whatever sounds good to you is great. If you want to switch this out for spinach or lettuce or whatever, that's fine. We're making a quesadilla today. So the other component of your plate method is your complex carbohydrate. That's going to be your energy source. Since it's complex, that means it still has all the fiber in it. So it helps to digest a little bit slower. What we are using today for our complex carb is a corn tortilla and just black beans. So that's where you get your energy from to help you be sustained throughout the day. The really big part to finish out the plate method is some type of portion of a lean protein. So what we're doing for that is, again, the beans. So beans are a protein and a carbohydrate. And we are using some low-fat cheese. So the benefit to the protein is that it digests pretty slow. So you kind of help to sustain the energy that you're getting from the beans and the corn tortilla because the protein and the cheese and the beans, it's digesting a whole lot slower. So everything will last with you longer. So you won't be hungry again an hour down the road. So let's get started. So the first step that I went ahead and did is I took the low sodium can of beans. I kind of drained it off a little bit. And if you want to, you can go ahead and just kind of mix it up in the can. I went ahead and just took out half of it and did it in a cup. So I did a half portion today. And just mash them up with a fork. I put some cilantro in there for some flavor. You just kind of get them to a good consistency. You don't have to do this step. You can just throw the beans on the tortilla too. So that's the first step there. And then we are going to take two of these tortillas, put it on a paper plate. If you were going to use a reusable plate, you would have to have some kind of way to wash it or some kind of food wipe or something to be able to clean it when you're done. So we're just going to smear that on the tortilla. So I am using a lot of low sodium ingredients today because if you're out there and you have issues with your blood pressure, we want to be careful of sodium. So with the beans, I use no salt added beans. With the my seasonings here that I threw into the bean paste was onion and herb, Mrs. Dash, and then Southwest Chipotle, Mrs. Dash. So these are just really great herb blends that don't have any sodium. So you got to replace, if you're trying to cut out that sodium, you got to replace it with something. If you don't, you're just going to be left with food that you feel is bland because your taste buds are used to the sodium. So I would highly recommend kind of doing as much as you feel like you would need, probably around 2 or more, so about a teaspoon each, so 2 total of these spices in the beans. And then next, we are going to throw on the peppers. So I went ahead and cut up just like 3. I'm going to do a 4th one here. So you don't even really need a cutting board for these. They're pretty simple. You just cut off the top. If you need to, you can take out any of the seeds in there. That's why I like these mini peppers because they're really easy to do without having to use the extra equipment of a cutting board. And then I put them together like that, and then I just dice them. Okay, So we're gonna put those on there. So again, these are non-starchy, so they're not providing calories, but they are helping you to feel full. Next, let's put the arugula on here. I just briefly kind of tore it up a little bit. If you want to use kind of more of like a cabbage or just a typical lettuce, whatever you want to do is fine. So we're gonna put that on the top. Last, let's do the cheese. And then salsa is gonna be on the side. So we're gonna sprinkle about like a small handful, about a 1/4 cup on each. You can let that melt on the top. That's going to kind of get the second tortilla to stick. Okay, and then you just throw them in the microwave until the cheese melts, so however long that takes for you. This, I'm assuming it'll probably take about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. Okay, so that took about 1 minute and 40 seconds. I got it like how I would like it, with the cheese all melted and kind of stuck together on there. So that's perfect, that's just how I want it. So again, this is a complete meal. You've got your energy source, your protein source to sustain that energy, and your veggie source to kind of help you to feel a little bit fuller without providing those calories. So yeah, if you want more ideas like this, just keep tuning in. And that's all for now.